I'm going to give you 3 reasons why the X5 M Competition is one of the best performance SUVs. We're showcasing the 2025 BMW X5 M Competition in black sapphire metallic over black full Milano leather. The S68, it unlocks all the power, a near 50-50 weight distribution, track tune underneath the hood, and a top speed up to 177 miles per hour. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm going to throw in some pros and cons, even though this is one of my favorite SUVs in class besides the RS Q8. I'm going to compare this against the competition to reveal those 3 reasons why this is one of the best performance SUVs. With full LED headlights and daytime runnings, the kidney grille will get the matte black surrounding, the gloss black inserts. It no longer says competition, which, you know, it's more settle, it's going to be more boxy, and that's what BMW is going for. So it looks similar to an XM, but just in a smaller package. The lower keeps it more aggressive with front parking sensors with nearly 8.5 inches of clearance. And the first reason why this is one of the best performance SUVs is what's housed underneath the hood. It's a 4.4 liter V8 M powered turbocharged. That's a twin turbo producing 617 horsepower with 553 pound-feet of torque paired to an 8-speed Steptronic automatic transmission. It has a 48-volt mild hybrid system, 6 total radiators, 2 water pumps, 1 for the turbo and 1 for the engine. I mean, it's track ready. And to pair it with these staggered 21-inch wheels, up front we have a 295/35, and out back 315/30/22. Glossy black, multi-spoke, those red brake calipers with the M badging. That's 6 pistons in the front. You got a 15.6-inch disc reading that's clamped to it. Vented, slotted, it's ready for full track performance. Reaching 60, BMW's quoting at 3.7 seconds. The rear at 14.6 inches, vented, slotted with a single floating caliper. Top speed at 177 miles per hour. These gotta be the second reasons why this is one of the best performance SUVs. M-Spec side view mirror, M badging on the lower, everything's glossy black. The black sapphire metallic has a pearl to it. The fenders flare out. This is one of those examples that's truly exceptional. Now, I know you're asking in the comments, what about the refresh? Well, it's coming, and they have not released an M. They've released a plug-in and a M Sport that hopefully will still carry the S68 engine alive, which you would get in the M60i, that would detune the horsepower, but you will get the same torque at 553 pound-feet. That 0 to 60 is around 4 seconds, BMW's quoting. Now, another thing that goes in the comments, people are like, oh, you could get it faster. I know that they are very conservative with their 0 to 60 numbers. This thing is freaking fast. And with a weight distribution at 50.8, 49.2, you could take the bins, which makes this a sports car lifted up. Towing for the X5 tows up to 7,200 pounds, but you're going to decrease with that because of everything underneath the hood. And the rear gets standard LED taillights, the aggressive rear exit. We have carbon fiber surrounding the quad exhaust tips. Now, this is kind of an expensive little add-on, so I personally would do it aftermarket. Front and rear parking sensors with a 360-degree reverse camera. One con that comes into the back for the BMW, you cannot option a digital rear view mirror. And I know it sounds picky, but this is a long and wide vehicle, and I get it. Your 0 to 60 is freaking fast. But now we're going to go into the competition. The RS Q8, which is actually my favorite vehicle, and then this one slots in as my second favorite, only because you're getting more or less a detuned Lamborghini Urus engine. I mean, it's about 0.2 to 0.3 seconds slower than that variant. It's a little bit quicker than this variant, and this year they increased 40 horsepower, which it's around 20 horsepower less than a Lamborghini Urus. What the hell's going on, BMW? We only have so many years left of the true M because when the refresh comes, they haven't released it that we're gonna have an M. So why didn't they increase the power and give us just a little bit more like Audi? As for Mercedes, the AMG, awesome vehicle, but then the price. Both 2 of those vehicles are going to be more expensive than this. That's why this becomes a sweet spot. Service is gonna be the least in class here, and you're gonna have just as much performance, but you're gonna have better dynamics. This is actually the best in class. That's why it ended up becoming my favorite vehicle, where the RS Q8 will just slot underneath it, because I don't really need a tech-driven vehicle. I got all the technology I need with the BMW, but I got a near 50-50 weight distribution here. Power liftgate going into 33.9 cubic feet of storage. Privacy cover, LED interior lights with a 12-volt charger. Bag holders are going to be by the X, and it's on both sides. You have your emergency kit here underneath the floor. Gets a ton of storage. To split fold the rear bench, you do have to go into the back. It's going to split at a 60-40 split or a 40-20-40 split, and that's going to maximize the cargo to 72.3 cubic feet. But this is a S68. We need to go inside, start it up, so you can hear that exhaust note. The key fob to the X5 M Competition. Nice little welcoming from the M team. 20-way power seat adjustment for the front, heated, ventilated massage seats. X5M badging that illuminates its sport bolstering, and we have soft closed doors. Memory for the driver and passenger. You get the quilted inlays, carbon fiber going through the dashboard, M badging that's going to illuminate. Driver focus setup, but I appreciate that with the performance that we have because you have a ton of room for the passenger. And we have the 20 speakers with 1475 watts. That's 10 channels through the Bauer & Wilkins upgraded sound system. Let's fire it up. We also have a dash cam, a large panel moonroof that goes to the back with LED interior lights, auto dimming rear view mirror, home link underneath. The dash is going to stay flat. The hood is going to bulge out with the heads-up display. BMW's curved panel 2-screen layout. 14.9 inches is on this side here. That's touch derived with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto wirelessly. Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. And even with this dash cam, you still have a driver recorder, which uses all of the cameras around the vehicle, and it'll record for about 20 seconds. And it'll store this information for you. You could use it through the app. We have Amazon Alexa, YouTube, so you can watch the video there while you're driving. Throw it into reverse. We got 360-degree reverse camera, full trajectory. We also have, when you click the more, the 3D view. Now you can use the gesture, and you can go all around the vehicle. You can also touch the bullet points here. Click back onto the more. The sub-menu opens up for a trajectory for the front, so that way you'll have it for the car wash as well as the backup assist. Glossy black is going to be the highlight underneath the carbon fiber. I kind of wish that they just left this all carbon fiber because then you wouldn't have any fingerprints, because in here they did an excellent job with the carbon fiber. It opens up to a wireless charging pad, USB, 12 volt. These are heated ventilated cup holders, and the BMW digital key. Driving mode select is right here. The active exhaust is already turned on. M for a gear lever, and the only way you can get gear levers in the X5 is going for a true M variant. It's going to be soft to touch. Opens up into a medium-sized storage pocket with a USB port. 3-spoke steering wheel, multi-function. 2 sets of paddle shifts. You got M1 and M2, which when you push these in, you can configure the settings to it. So M2 is going to probably deactivate everything. That's usually what they do. M1, you're going to hear the exhaust tick up because this is going to be more like a sport mode. The gauge cluster can go through an array of different content for the driver, including the AR and navigation, but I usually leave it on the AR because I like to see the camera that's in the front. You can also change the way the camera layout is set so you can make it look a lot more sporty, and it will also do that for the heads-up display. And when you go into your driver mode select here, you can literally make it as sport derived as you like. So you can tailor this vehicle to make it more aggressive, more soft. You still have a button to turn on the sound system, and check out the leg room that you have, as well as headroom, plenty of it. The paddle shifts, they're in carbon fiber behind it. Door panel and dash configured together nicely. Get the contrast stitch. One touch up and down for all the windows. The ambient lighting, Bauer & Wilkins upgraded sound with the aluminum mesh, carbon fiber, a long storage pocket with a huge beverage holder and another little storage cubby. For the back seats, this is the opening that you have to fit 2 more with the cup holders and armrests. We're in the state of Florida, use these manual sunshades. The door card is going to have the same materials that's found in the front, the carbon fiber, the aluminum mesh for the speaker grille, and basically the same size storage pocket as the front with the M sills. Cup holders here. Storage here. Lift this up so that way you have room for 3 in the back. Dual climate control setting, heated rear seats, a storage tray, 2 USB-C ports, a 12-volt storage behind both of the front seats, and another USB port with a connector here so you can put like a tablet or anything like that, with an air vent on the side pillar. Leg space is going to be more than sufficient. The same thing with headroom, it's a complete box. Sliding into the center, the floor is not completely flat, but they do a pretty decent job carving out feet, butt, leg, and shoulder space. It's a wide vehicle, then they portray that in the interior. The only con that comes into play ever sitting into the center at 6'3" is you're blocking this central control. But that's going to be in every single vehicle. Headroom, more than enough. 617 horsepower with 553 pound-feet of torque. BMW's quoting a 0 to 60 at 3.7 seconds. Let's see what we get. Pretty damn quick. 50.8, 49.2 weight distribution. Man, the G-force that you get is insane. The exhaust note that just stays in the cabin. The S68 is no joke. It literally bites you. 6 piston brakes in the front. Don't have to really hit them right now. I got my turn signal on. Nobody's obeying the traffic conditions. Honda in front of me. Let's see how the exit looks. A symphony to my ear. What's going on underneath the hood is just truly magic. 2 water pumps, 6 radiators, pumping out 617 horsepower. This S68 is just a beauty. It's gonna take me to some pros and cons. Starting off with the pros is the performance that it untaps. It truly is special. A 50-50 weight distribution, basically. I mean, you're not going to be worried about taking bins. This is already track ready. It's an SUV, so you have over 8.5 inches of clearance. You got plenty of room for 5 occupants to enjoy the soundtrack, enjoy the track. You can even put luggage in the back, and you could tow. I wouldn't cut the lower diffuser, but that's up to you. Taking it to some cons, I wish that they increased the horsepower like they did on the RS Q8. 40 horsepower more is a game changer, giving the performance variant only. I have a review on the channel, and it's an amazing vehicle. The suspension to that, though, drives very rigid, which is surprising because typically that's the way BMW is. Sorry, I just wanted to hear that downshift. But this actually isn't as rough as that. It's a little bit more settled. Now, the seat comfort is pretty hardcore, but you're also expecting that. If you want it to be soft, go into the M60i. You'll get the S68 engine, but you're not getting all the components underneath the hood. Therefore, you're going to be decreasing horsepower, even though you're getting the same torque. This is that everyday drive. I mean, the big problem that I have is I would literally get a damn speeding ticket everywhere I go because I would just be mashing on the gas, because that's what you get. Such a thrill. It's intoxicating. You want to just feed this vehicle more octane to keep going. And as you go up to higher speeds, meaning 70, 80, 90, 100, when you're on the track, not on local roads, and you're doing it safe, I have to throw these things out, who knows? It just keeps going. It doesn't stop there. It's that powerful. It goes all the way up to 177 miles per hour, according to BMW. And I'm sure you could probably unlock a lot more potential with this vehicle. Maneuverability does what it needs to do. We have adaptive steering. We have adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist, steering assist, which is a pro and a con. When you have it active, it kind of fights you with the steering wheel, and BMW owners in the comments will also appreciate that because they know it does. It literally fights you, but it will keep you on the road. Sometimes it will go off the road. On the adaptive cruise control, when you're not using the steering wheel and you're letting the vehicle do its own thing, it can go a little crazy too, around 0.2 to 0.3 miles. Hey. Everywhere you go, people are going to be woke up. Back to competition, Porsche, the Cayenne, I mean, you have to spend around $180,000 to near $200,000 to get similar performance to this. And it's the same thing when you're going against the RS Q8. They actually made that vehicle kind of weird because it gets more power than the Porsche, and its 0 to 60 is almost as fast as the hybrid GT, which is insane because that is a 200 grand vehicle. Mercedes does a good job with their handcrafted bi-turbo V8 engines. But there's just something about the S68 engine that just gives me a craving to go on the track. And usually with Mercedes owners, you never hear them doing that. And sadly, most people that buy this vehicle won't do it either. Taking me to the last reason why this is one of the best performance SUVs is because you got the dynamics, you got the S68 engine, you have the track components underneath the hood, you have upgraded brakes to stop because this damn thing is kind of heavy, you have the xDrive, which is an intelligent all-wheel drive that can send 100% of power to the rear wheel when you mash the throttle. I mean, this vehicle is a rocket camouflaged into an SUV, but it does beg to differ. Could this be an everyday driving vehicle? It can, but I mean, with your MPGs being so low and it's a very thirsty vehicle, the auto start stop, it kind of sucks. It starts turning on around 5 miles per hour. Now, you can deactivate it. They have a button, thank God. Turn radius at a stop point is about a lane, maybe 2 lanes. Let's rock and roll. I would say yes, you can daily this vehicle. Just you need to have some thick pockets. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out this next video. Leave a comment, and I'd like to thank our friends here at BMW of Wesley Chapel for giving us the new X5M Competition.